Hey everyone, making another video. Had some questions that needed to be answered, so I'm gonna answer them, and I hope uh, this gets out to the person that needed the answers, the questions answered. I'm going to only tell you what I've been through. Unfortunately, not every trans man goes through the same thing, but so here we go. All right. The first question: what's your experience with fat disreputation? Whew, that's a big word. Um, wow. Unfortunately, when I mean, there's good things about the teas, and then there's bad things about the teas. Good things about the teas is you grow hair, and and you have the manly features and the deep voice and all that. Okay. Bad thing is you're gonna eat. You're gonna get hungry. When you start putting testosterone in your body, you are unfortunately going through a thing called puberty all over again. You're gonna have pimples. You're gonna want to eat. Um, you're gonna sleep a lot. And then there's gonna be times that you're gonna have a lot of energy, and then there's gonna be times that you're just gonna want to sleep. You're tired. Unfortunately, or for me, thank goodness, I didn't have the pimples. I have pimples, but they don't, they're not like all over my face. Unfortunately, acne um, is not a friend to the trans person because it just everywhere. Um, so yeah, you're gonna want to eat to keep down your eating habits. A lot of exercise. Do some exercises. I always do upper body strength, um, and the stomach. I suggest planks. Planks is where you get on your hands, and or you get on your knees, or get on your feet, your back feet, and like when you're doing a push up, but you hold your arms out like this, keep your body completely straight, and you can do that for up to 2 to 5 minutes if you choose to. I would go slow because it is hard, and then your muscles in your stomach, your back, all over your body pretty much tones itself. I've also learned that to keep me from eating a lot, um, this stuff here, this stuff here, you can make this for shakes. You can make this for just regular drinks. I always make shakes out of them because it tastes better. Um, this will help with not eating as much. That's what it helps for me. So it's like if instead of eating all day long, where I'm constantly hungry, make me a shake of this in the morning. Um, you can get this pretty much at any like vitamin place. Sometimes I think pharmacies sell them, which is really cool. You can get this like in chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Um, there's only 12 grams to this stuff. It enhances all the stuff that you're needing throughout the day, and it builds muscle instead of fat, which I still got a ways to go, but it does work. 60 grams for 60 grams protein pro for this whole thing. There's 60 grams. This whole thing, but you're not gonna need every. You're just gonna need just gonna need a cup of this stuff, like this. You put it in milk. I always get usually 2%. You can put it in your blender or whatever. I always put ice in it, and I mix that stuff up, make a shake out of it. But this stuff is really good. Like I said, it's pricey. This is like almost $30, but this stuff lasts a very long time. So watch what you eat. If you like sodas, stay off the soda drinks, which means if you're going to drink sodas, I don't recommend it because soda's really not good regardless. but now I'm a soda freak. I like my soda, but I had to cut back from Mountain Dew and Pepsi to Diet Pepsi. So my grandma always said that that was the biggest fat problem is sodas. And if I was going to drink sodas, at least drink a diet. Um, Cut back on your sugars and eat lots of vegetables. Eat healthy. Fortunately, my son and his husband, they cook very healthy in this house, so that's a good thing. It's just I have a sweet tooth about every once in a while. So okay, that's how you take care of that. Um, how can you start hormone replacement? Well, you got to go to a doctor. First, though, they're going to want you to go to a therapist to see if, you know, if you're really wanting to transition. Because there's a lot of people who don't really want to transition. They're just wanting to, you know, be butchy or, you know, or something. But you have to go through therapy for over a year, I think, 6 months to a year. Um, and then the therapist will let you go see a doctor. You have to get blood work, stuff like that, and then you can start. I think you can start getting hormone treatment like within 6 months if all works out, and that's after your therapy and your doctors and everything. So you have to have paper from your doctor saying that, or from your therapist saying that you know you're able to transition, and you pretty much have to live as a male for like 6 months to a year. So you know, not necessarily passing, but you just have to live this way because they want to make sure that this is what you really want. So yeah, that's the start of it, and then they'll start giving you injections. You know you'll have to go through. I think I went through a class. I had to learn how to do my injections, and it took 3 weeks to do it for before I was able to do it by myself. And then there's patches, and then there's the pills and stuff like that, and the creams. But I chose the injections, and then you could do those in your thigh, in your upper thigh muscles, and then I've heard people doing it in their arms, their biceps, but I've never heard of such a thing. I wouldn't do it personally, or you can do it in your ass, but I just didn't do it in my thigh. Um, how can you tell the difference between depression and dysphoria? Um, if you're depressed, if you're a dysphoria, let's put it that way, you have a hard time even looking in the mirror, and you have thoughts of just wanting to cut these freaking things off, whether it's here or here. You can't look at yourself in the mirror. You don't like to be messed with. You hate everything about your body. You just hate it. Um, I had thoughts of just cutting these things off. I didn't like them. They didn't belong to me. These were wrong to me. So that's a dysphoria. Depression. You can have dysphoria and depression at the same time. I got depressed really bad because I didn't like the way I looked. So I got depressed really, really bad. So, but to be just plain old depressed, you sleep a lot, you don't eat right, you don't sleep right. Um, so there's a difference. There is somewhat a difference. But if you feel like you don't belong in this body, and there's something wrong, and you wake every day and go, "This is wrong. This something's wrong with me," and in your brain you're sitting there going, "Yeah, I'm a guy. I'm a man. Why do I have these? This is a dysphoria. This is a really bad problem." And you wear baggy clothes, and you can't stand the way you look, and you're unhappy, in your relationships, and unhappy with whatever. So yeah, that's the difference to me. What was the biggest challenge when deciding to be a man in transition? Um, okay, I'm going to make a part two on this because, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let us have a very long time. So I'm going to do this one, and then I will do a second one in part two. So I'll see you in just a few minutes.